So YouTube family, once again, we're speaking about Colin Cowherd. So Colin Cowherd, for the past 6 days, like many Mayo people, they all have been going out their way to let us know that they've been new about this fall of Shedeur Sanders. So now they're telling everybody this is something they've been new. This is something they've been saying, which is false. Colin Cowherd was one of the greatest cheerleaders of the Sanders family. I'm going to use receipts to show you how all these people pander to certain communities and also get paid to change their views. So they don't believe in the things they say. They'll say anything to tarnish someone's legacy, someone's reputation based on who they're working for. So we're going to let that go on while we give the intro.
I've been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe. Mama say it's my fault, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Niggas bless up on my...
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been watching the Eric Mangini's, the Nick Wrights. Yes, I got a video dropping. I don't know which one first. It exposes Nick Wright's hypocrisy because now he's one of the naysayers against Deion and Shedeur when he cheerleadered with his pom-poms and his cosplaying tail for probably like 3 years now, but we'll get into that on another video, which I already did. So y'all go to the channel, go check that Nick Wright video out or wait for it and stay tuned. But Colin has been calling Shedeur actual fifth rounder. He's been telling people that Shedeur should be happy to be selected at that he never was a first rounder. Now that he wouldn't draft Shedeur. And one of the main things he's been telling people, it's Shedeur's fault. Now, this guy, let me show you the diss first before we show you how he's been glazing Shedeur prior to this.
I was told after my show Friday, so I done the herd on Friday, we hadn't got to the second round yet. And I talked to an executive in the league that says if Shedeur doesn't get drafted in the first 6 picks of the second round, he is then viewed as a backup. And he goes, I'm just going to tell you, he used a little sharper language. He said, not a lot of people are going to be excited about, that circus as a backup.
Yeah.
I was told after. I was told after my show Friday.
He calls Shedeur that circus, bruh. Like the words they use, bruh. No respect, bruh. I be telling y'all they don't see y'all as humans, bruh. Like, I don't care if we're the laughing stock to them, but at least I'm not going to be on my knees for them, bruh. Some of you people have allowed these people to be masterful in their deceitfulness, bruh. Because at the end of the day, Colin was one of the main guys glazing Shedeur. Now, all of a sudden, you would never draft Shedeur. But over here, you was telling the world a couple of years ago that, and I got a new video as well, but I played an old video at the other video I uploaded where he's the greatest quarterback you've seen in a while, the production he's done, and you doubled down on it again recently. This is what you said before the draft. Why the contradiction?
I would draft Shedeur Sanders for a lot of reasons. He had the worst O-line and the worst run game the last 2 years, Power 5 college football. And he completed an astounding 74% of his throws. That is insane.
To me,
I would draft Shedeur Sanders for a lot of reasons. He had the worst O-line and the worst run game the last 2 years, Power 5 college football. And he completed an astounding 74% of his throws. That is in
Colin, why you always look like you on that powder? I mean, before I get into what you just said and how we just caught you, you're a liar. Why do you always look like you're on that powder? I'm going to tell you the truth about your bitch ass. You're a failed pundit that left the Disney broadcasting network as ESPN. If it wasn't for Fox Sports, nobody would know you anymore. Colin the Cowherd, that's what you were. Your wife clearly understood this, and this is why she absolved your marriage and left. Damn near took everything. But I'm not going to get into that because America got an issue with women taking men's wealth, and I do stand with men of all ethnicities when it comes to that. But the hell with you, sir. I've watched you for several seasons be on your knees waiting for Deion Sanders to unzip his pants. Boy, you wanted to get that autograph so bad. You think I don't know you dudes? All your life, you've seen Deion Sanders being this bigger than life thing. You were his main groupies. Now you're in a puppet position in a pulpit with your platform. You can use your speaking points to cast your fake narratives. You can use your speaking points to try to act like you're greater than Deion, because we all know that camera could be used for bad or good, but it's the most powerful weapon that man has today. And you're using it for every single way you can to outlash on people, to bring your weird narratives of guys like Sam Darnold. Look at his turkey legs. He has turkey. Like, what's up with you and turkey legs on a man's leg? Like, you're a weirdo, Colin. I don't know what type of sexual fantasies you have with these players, but I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. You got paid a nice amount to change the narrative immediately. All the sports narratives are here to also cause self-preservation. The stories that get pushed out, whether it's good or bad. 1 minute you're a liberal, 1 minute you're a conservative, because you don't really stand on anything. You stand on the dollars. It's one thing to make money. I tell everybody that rock with me, that like me, like, I'm not your pastor, preacher, pork chop. You should go get the most income that you can possibly make for you and your family. But it speaks volume to who this character is when he's willing to do anything for the money. I'm talking about a moral situation here, because can we take guys like Colin serious if they're on TV and they're called so-called experts? I tell you guys, every day, these guys are just talking idiots. They fit a certain need, therefore people throw money on them. They become a familiar face that's on the TV networks, so they look for them. They don't care about their intelligence or how ignorant they are. They throw Colin on TV because he's been there for multiple years. Does the rating goes up? No. Colin has the worst ratings on TV for the last 7 to 8 years, dating all the way back to ESPN. But no one talks about that, because if it's Mayo, it's quite all right. And when you're going through ratings dropping significantly, you need some type of catch that can bring people in, and it could get you more followers. But unfortunately for Colin, he'll get followers for a video, but then they dissipate and fade away. And that's the problem. He can get guys to click with clickbaits. You're gonna, of course, okay, wow, he hates Shedeur and Deion just like me. I'm gonna ride with Colin. But after a video or two, hell, after the first video, you don't click on the rest of the garbage he puts out there. You look for the ones that fit your narrative and what you like. If you're a good guy like me and a guy that can keep the people, I can talk about damn near anything like I have on this platform, and we bring a group of people and a great audience. Colin can't keep the audience. He needs the Fox Sports to hold him up. He needs the ESPN to hold him up, and that's how these guys get a name. They never were somebody. So when the people who are somebody like a Deion and Shedeur elevates further and further, they now, instead of being bitter about their jealousy, they don't have to remain stagnant on that. They can literally use their cameras and be the bully in the pulpit. And that's what he's doing right now. I don't believe in bullies, but I believe in cowards like Colin, like to portray one. So 1 minute you're on your knees glazing for Sanders, and you said you would draft Shedeur.
I would draft Shedeur Sanders for a lot of reasons. He had the worst O-line and the worst run game the last 2 years, Power 5 college football. And he completed an astounding 74% of his throws. That is insane.
That is insane. And in the next minute, you're doing this against Shedeur right here.
I was told after my show Friday, so I'd done the herd on Friday, we hadn't got to the second round yet. And I talked to an executive in the league that says, if Shedeur doesn't get drafted in the first 6 picks of the second round, he is then viewed as a backup. And he goes, I'm just going to tell you, he used a little sharper language. He said, not a lot of people are going to be excited about, that circus as a backup. Yeah. was told
And look how excited they get when they dish Shedeur. Almost all of them are showing you that. It's like an excitement and a thrill. Almost the same phase Jeff Oldbridge's son, Jack Oldbridge, did when he was prank calling Shedeur during the draft. It's like an excitement. Yes, another black one is defeated. Yes, we got him. And it's like Paul Mooney was correct about these people. Everything Paul Mooney stated, man. And then they come crying to me because I only show and highlight who they are with their hatred. Bless one, must you always talk about race? Yes. Yes, I will always talk about it. It was here when I got here. Don't put it on me. Don't get mad because I put a flashlight on it. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your male Avengers, you can call them. I'm DJ Bless One, the best one, man. Love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed. Like I told you, this is always going to be deeper than football. It's always going to be bigger than football. Never forget that part.